What is going on, everybody? It is a beautiful day to be recording, and look at the setup that I have going on today. The office is looking sharp. Now today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of a pretty lightweight. I mean, this thing only weighs just over 6,000 pounds dry. This is going to be a bunk model with the corner bunks, kind of an open concept floor plan. However, you get a king bed with privacy for the people paying for it, baby. So it doesn't get much better. Dual entry. You also have a mini, kind of outdoor kitchen setup. But this is the 2025 East to West Della Terra 241BH. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. You have the dual axles here as well. So I know a lot of you folks are always looking for that. Pretty good size awning, and then a spare tire up on the back with an actual bumper too. You're also going to get a tankless on-demand hot water heater, backup camera prep, kind of the works there. Plus you got the power stabilizers as well. Up on the roof, if you would like on this model, you can get 200 watts of solar as part of their solar package, and you can link up to 400 there too as well. But we're going to go ahead and take probably about a maybe like 12-15 minute tour, something like that. I'm going to throw the specifications and the floor plan up on the screen. But if you guys are interested in this, I'm also going to put a link for Funtown RV where you can access one of their locations across the country and check into some pricing. But let's go ahead and get into it. And I love the new front cap that they're working with. Changed over for 25, I do believe. I actually used to sell these for a number of years. I've sold a ton of Della Terras, the Altas, heck, even the fifth wheels, Tanderas, and the Ahara. Never did get to sell Dakota, their toy hauler. But man, it's a pretty nice looking product. I think it looks really clean and crisp on the inside. I love this outside kitchen action. It's just kind of a get me done camp kitchen style with a little, mini apple juice cooler and the works there. But again, 2025 Della Terra 241BH. It's actually like 40 degrees here and the wind just kicked up. So let's get the heck inside. But I mean, look at that. King bed in a travel trailer. And I love the fact that you have a little bit of a thicker interior wall for this brand too. 3-inch thick on the interior wall, 2-inch thick on the exterior wall. But the nice thing is the studding on this. This is what they call a stick and tin. You might hear that if you're not new to kind of camping. But stick and tin, they usually use 2x2s in there. East to West, for whatever reason, does a 2x3, so a little bit stronger on the construction. You get some pretty good cabinets going on to put some little knickknacks, maybe some snacks for the kids. You got the elbow kitchen. The elbow kitchen isn't my favorite typically. However, I think it kind of corrals you into the living room space, and you still get enough openness for, that rainy day. Like, we got a 3-year-old at home and a couple, bigger teenagers, and I think this would be suitable for you. So obviously, if you're buying this, you're not looking for a behemoth. You're just looking to sleep the kids, spend some time outside, go to the woods. Maybe you're playing some travel ball, something of that nature. But they do use flush mount floor slides, which was a little bit different. They also use plywood there too as well. So it's a 5/8 residential tongue and groove plywood floor, but no carpet or anything like that. I'm also 6 foot, probably 6'1" with shoes, somewhere around there. You're coming up to about, what do you say, probably 5'10" or so. It's just above my ear, which I think is pretty nice. Now, as far as size reference when you're moving around, just to kind of give you an idea, I mean, you do have, kind of plenty of moving and grooving room. So I think that is pretty darn snazzy. But let's go ahead and let's show you this. You got the double over double bunk beds. I mean, how nice is that? So if you have bigger kids, like our 16-year-old, 13-year-old, something of that nature, if you're 6 foot, like I could lay in this. I would bet anything. This probably has about a 500-pound weight rating, but I want you to double check that. I don't see any stickers indicating it, but that's typically about where they're at. So, even if you had to put 2 kids in there, you could, or maybe even, an adult couple, assuming that one of them isn't a, a roundie or anything like that. You got your fuse box located right there, a little ladder to help people get in and out. You also have a little privacy curtain as well. I also like how they have individual windows there for both sides, or for both bunks, emergency exit down there. So put your favorite kid down here, least favorite one, up there. One slide on this unit, so you can see dinette, a little bit more storage. We'll get to that first, but then, or get to that in a second. But you also have the fireplace and the TV, and then you're back over here. The elbow kitchens are actually kind of growing on me in some floor plans. Some of the manufacturers just flat out don't do it right. You can tell they don't go camping, and this is actually pretty darn functional. You actually got the little oven right there. But the bathroom, I think the bathroom's pretty nice. It's nothing too crazy. Usually when you get into this weight segment, they start skimping on the bathroom, put that corner radius, BS a Wazowski. But you got the porcelain foot flush throne in a really good spot, plus the shower. And keep in mind, I'm 6 foot, 293 pounds, baby. Whew. If you guys haven't watched my videos before, I've been losing weight and I'm so freaking stoked. That's been helping. The no drinking policy has been a really good life changer for me. But you also got, you know, bada bing, bada boom, baby. I actually like those over the Tri-Glide glass series. Sure, it's not as pinkies up looking, but I think it's pretty cool. Plus, if you're sitting down on the porcelain throne, you got plenty of room, but you also got the old friendly neighbor door. So, you know, it's like, hey, John, how are you? Taking a dump? We're good. Or you can close it like a normal person, and you're good to go. Flip the camera back around. You got your controls for your tankless on-demand hot water heater. So if you do have kids that like to take nice long showers, that'll run as long as you have propane in the tanks. Plastic. Looked like for a second it might be porcelain, but it's plastic. Got your access to your plumbing right there. Let me show you that a little bit. And then you're also going to have, you know, the mirror for the old bowling gun, baby. Speaking of baby, babe, if you're watching, I love you. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for letting me come up and do this. 3 days here up in Elkhart shooting a number of different brands. Interior head height, too, I think is actually important. 81 inches. So typically they're sitting around like 76, 78, something of that nature. It gives you a really nice kind of, maybe not 76. I think I just lied to you on accident. But 81 inches is definitely, you know, above the normal, above the standard quo. Standard quo? I don't know. They hire me because I'm friendly. But right here, you got the thick boy dinette, which I really like. So, like if I'm sitting down here, you can see I got plenty of room from stomach to table. The nice thing about this table is, too, it's actually removable. So you can see right down here, you can actually take it out. So it's not fixed in. So now you can use it for, you know, maybe maybe you're running some picnics or some burgers, you know, out there. Maybe you want to take it outside for some cards. The windows, massive as well. They all open up. They have a big screen. And then you're also going to get things like, you know, the old Dracula shades. Now, this isn't quite out the night out shade completely. You can see just a little bit. But, heck, you're saving a little bit of money. And it's pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice indeed. So, flip it around. You have your residential. I don't know why they call it residential. It's not residential at all. It's just flat out not. That's stickers, a liar. But it is a really nice size RV refrigerator. 10.7 cubic foot. It'll also run off the battery. Like right now, we got it on the battery and it's kicking up steam. You're good to go. The freezer section will actually keep stuff frozen. And you got enough room to probably pack long weekends worth of food with the kids. Maybe a full week if it's a couple and you're using the bunks as storage. Now we're back over to the kitchen. So you got your oven, big enough to put in, you know, some pizza or something of that nature. You're also going to have the 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. A nice little campside window, fan, light, microwave, and it's got, you know, really everything that you need. A bread mode and a meat mode. You're also going to have plywood kitchen drawer boxes. I know that because that sticker says it to be true. But yeah, you know, not too much on the depth. I mean, you're looking at probably like 3.5 inches or so there. But, you know, it'll do the job. I actually do like how the plumbing's kind of up out of the way. You could actually fit a trash can there, which is nice. You have the stainless steel undermounted bowl with the whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from one angle. You also have the thermowrap countertop there as well. And we're doubling up on the love today, baby. All right. Where are we going? Let's show off this. Did I show this yet? So it's also going to be prepped for Wi-Fi as well. I don't see where that is. I'm going to assume it's in the bedroom, so we'll check that out. But over on the wall, you are going to have a smart TV. It's a TV with an attitude. But you also have your charger for your portable Bluetooth speaker, which that's always nice. I haven't used the Driven before, but I'm assuming it works just fine. And then you have a fireplace that's going to put out about 4,700 BTUs of heat. So an RV this size, it'll heat the entirety of this room. It might struggle with the bedroom a little bit just because there's a wall in between. But you're also going to have 3 of these. Outlets all over the place too. I don't know if I pointed those out. But pretty darn cool. I haven't recorded an East to West since I've really been selling them. Selling, geez, oh Pete, selling them. And man, these Della Terras have gotten nicer for sure. King bed. So all the Della Terras, all the East to West really have king beds unless there is a Murphy bed floor plan. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. If it's got a Murphy bed, I think the Murphy is a queen. Hands-free on the strut system too, which is nice. The bedroom is not that great of size. You can't really scoot around, but it's north to south. You know, it's kind of one of those things that you get with a king bed. But let me put this around here for you. I mean, I'm a bigger guy, and the angle on that's kind of tough. I'm a bigger guy, and you can see here, you know, I got moving room to get around absolutely no problem. On either side here, you're going to have your countertops, and then, of course, you have all your outlets for charging up, you know, whatever you might need there. And then you have hanging room here on both sides. and then you have overhead storage there too as well. But all right, guys, I think that about wraps up the inside portion. Now I'm going to head around on the outside and show you what's there. Spend just a couple more moments. But again, this is the 2025 East to West Della Terra 241BH. And if you guys don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And again, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will all be down in the description, and a link for Funtown RVs. That way you can access some pricing there. But flipping this back around, new exterior for 2025. So pretty darn snazzy. I think it looks really nice. They used to have like this blue in there. I thought it was a little bit dated. And I think this is a little bit of a sleeker design. You know, they're not doing anything drastic, but you know, heck, I think it's nice. Rock guard, smooth metal front cap. You're also going to get a little bit of creature comfort in a entry-level camper, but you have your power tongue jack. You got the dual propane bottles, 2 20-pounders, and then enough room for multiple batteries. And of course, you know, your rock guard to guard you from rocks. Heated and enclosed underbelly, so you can see that there. I did leg day about 4 days ago, so I can't really bend over right now. And then you also have the extend and retract for your power jacks. You also see the pass-through storage is pretty nice. On the other side, you have a docking station there too. The awning is really nice size. I'm going to guess probably like 16 feet, you know, something of that nature. But you're also going to see both entrances have these solid steps. Each one is also going to have a screen and then your friction hinge door right there, and that'll withstand 25-mile-per-hour winds. Extra large grab handle, little apple juice cooler, you know, obviously like kind of your Elite Series griddle, which is kind of like a Blackstone, and then the dual axle, and they actually have a little bit of an upgraded suspension there too. Hopefully you can see that there on the screen. 125 lifetime warranty on the tires, so 1 year no excuses, 2 year roadside assistance, 5 year on the radial ST tires, and then a lifetime on the structure itself. You also have all your outlets and cable plugins. A little spray port there too with a little doggy leash latch. Let me give you a good little view coming back here. Now onto the back, you have a spare tire, bumper. You're also going to have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system, so that way you can order that. It's a collapsible ladder, so you can get on top of your roof, you know, check your seals, check your slides, you know, all that stuff. I recommend getting up there about every 3 months. Furrion S-Vision, so that way, you know, you and your wife can, you know, quit arguing when you're driving, or your wife and you, I guess, whoever is driving. You know, you don't have to worry about that. What in the world is this? I should have checked this floor plan out before I started recording, but I have no idea what this is. Okay, just a big old storage space right there. So right here you got your sewer outlet connection, waste holding tanks all in one central spot. It's nice to have the valves connected right there into one spot too. It's pretty darn convenient. And then the black parts right here, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but from my experience over the last 12 years, that is going to be an awning topper, you know, basically pre-prep for the awning. So that's what I imagine that would be. But basically an awning topper is something that goes from here to here. It's an awning slide topper, sorry, but it prevents debris from falling on top of your unit, so that way you have to do less maintenance as far as checking. It keeps the sun off, keeps the branches off, you know, all that kind of good stuff. It's one of those things, it's kind of a pay to play. You know, if you don't like to do that stuff, you know you're not going to do it, you either buy out of it or you have to do it. There is no other choices. So right here is going to be your docking station. You got outlets, you got your solar charge controller. So yeah, this one will have 200 watts of solar up on top, so that's nice. Anytime you see that solar charge controller, you know, you're pretty much ready to rock. You got your hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, battery disconnect, black tank flush. It's basically a sprinkler system for your poop tank. And then, of course, your stats right there. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoy the tour. But again, it's the 2025 East to West Della Terra 241BH. Peace.